The Gospel of Taemyung Hyewoo. The birth of primordial light and the supreme heavenly decree. The primordial light and the eternal practice surpassing Shakyamuni. In the beginning, Sabase계에 inbul yaksayer Maitreya, the living Buddha Bisa Gyaguru Maitreya, who came to the Saha world personally testified and declared, saying Taemyung Hyewoo came into this world from the very beginning, bearing the great light of Gwangyang within their body. Whenever Taemyung Hyewoo entered into deep Seon Zen meditation, the entirety of their existence was filled with a holy and sublime light, and in the midst of supreme samadhi, they did behold the radiant light of Gwangyang of the seven precious colors Chilbo Saik emanating from Maitreya. Even when they encountered the pitch-black darkness of night, they looked out and discerned all four directions clearly, relying solely upon the guiding light of Gwangyang within their body, which was the divine power of the living Buddha born within them, testifying that the master and the disciple are originally one in the great light. And it came to pass, during the days before Taemyung Hyewoo shaved their head and renounced the world, while they yet abided as a pure practitioner in the secular world, that their footsteps guided them unto Hyensa Temple, the Seon master of the meditation hall at Hyensa Temple, beholding with his own eyes the beyond comprehension spiritual power and the overwhelming meditative force, accumulated from past lives within the Venerable Sunim, was filled with profound awe, and grandly testified unto the whole world, saying, This Egibosal young spiritual practitioner hath not even renounced the world yet, but they have already completed the deepest and most supreme cultivation, surpassing any ordained disciple of Shakyamuni Buddha and all Buddhist practitioners across the entire world. Afterward, before the clear waters of the Muryong Reservoir, the living Buddha Maitreya, the Lord of the Cosmos, examined the head of his successor and delivered a historic heavenly decree, proclaiming Taemyung Hyewoo hath achieved a far deeper cultivation and completed a much greater spiritual practice than Shakyamuni Buddha did in the past, and the cultivation for salvation, which they completed by risking their life, is more than 3 times greater than the weight of all practices accumulated by Shakyamuni, the samadhi transcending waking and dreaming, and the lion's roar of heaven. When Taemyung Hyewoo, prior to their renunciation, was staying at a certain mountain temple due to a deep and sacred destiny, a brilliant and perfectly round light of Gwangyang suddenly manifested beneath their feet in the midst of the pitch-black night, so that they walked along the treacherous mountain path without stumbling even once, a truly magnificent miracle. Later, observing the path of marriage taken by ordinary sentient beings in the secular world, they fell into deep contemplation and existential agony, knocking upon the door of heaven within their heart, saying, Is that path truly the right path for me as well? And is there indeed no other path in this Saha world? At that very moment, in the midst of a deep and sacred state of samadhi, which was neither a dream nor a waking state, the time and space of the universe suddenly seemed to come to a complete standstill. Then, rending the calm summer night sky, a holy, solemn, and masculine voice resembling the creation of heaven and earth echoed throughout the cosmos, as an irresistible lion's roar, roaring like thunder and lightning. And the lion's roar of heaven commanded, saying, That is not the path. Renounce the world, and save the sentient beings who are trapped in misery. Responding unto that destined fate and the supreme heavenly decree, the Venerable Sunim severed secular ties and renounced the world. And on the very night before they departed to receive the Samini Gai Sramaneri precepts, the living Buddha Maitreya, the Messiah, lightly flicked his sacred finger just once toward the forehead of the Venerable Sunim, which is called Maitreya Buddha's Il Tanji, whereupon Taemyung Hyewoo instantly awoke from the supreme samadhi of eons, becoming completely one with the great light of the originally existing Buddha, the manifestation of Oko-sang and the supreme heavenly decree. Now the absolute tokens of Sabase계에 inbul yaksayer Maitreya are solely the Oko-sang and the Zhong-sang Gai Ju, for the Beho-sang spoken of in conventional Buddhism is but a transient white hair that disappears when pulled out, belonging to the corrupted teachings of the empty void. But the Okosang of Maitreya is a real, eternal, and unchanging sacred round, jade bead that continuously radiateth the grand light of Guangmyong from beneath the forehead. And it came to pass, during a meal near the Muryong reservoir, where 3 companions were present, that the Buddha personally confronted the sacred Okosang bead, which had grown between the eyebrows of his successor, Taemyung Hyewoo, in the exact same manner as his own, and nodding his head in deep satisfaction, he declared unto all the world, it hath formed right here, neatly and beautifully. Then, touching their head with profound care, he set aside from this, countless radiant, round, beads truly exist upon your head as tokens of truth, and he bestowed a strict heavenly commandment, saying this token is the eternal seed of the heavenly lineage granted by heaven. Therefore, as you live your life ahead, never touch it with your hands. And Taemyung Hyewoo carved this solemn teaching and mandate deeply into their heart, and from that moment until this day, they have never once touched that spot, preserving it in its pure and pristine state, which standeth as a living testament to the supreme, absolute, heavenly decree that proveth the inheritance of the holy lineage recorded in heaven. When the successor received their first transmission of precepts and their second transmission directly from the master, they witnessed with their own physical eyes the absolute reality of the Tathagata, the entire august body of the living 용화미륵부처님 completely transcended flesh and bone, transforming entirely into the magnificent, blinding light of Guangmyong itself. Thereupon, Taemyung Hyewoo confirmed before heaven that the living 용화미륵부처님 who came to the Saha world is indeed the ultimate Lord of the cosmos, the Creator, and the Supreme God, and they instantly awakened to the magnificent truth of Gong Thought, declaring in this universe, there is only one true religion, and there is only one ultimate truth, rising firmly as the ultimate lantern to transform the suffering Saha world into the glorious Yonghwa world.